Hi there, I'm Jim Ware, Executive Director of the Future of Work Unlimited. I'm also the current president of the NSA Northern California chapter. I'm looking forward to seeing you and being with you at the Winter Meeting in Austin in February. I'll be leading a session on becoming an effective thought leader in a world that's already overloaded with information, one in which just about anyone can find any ideas they need in a matter of seconds with the Google and with other search engines. I've just finished a book called Making Meetings Matter that focuses on creating corporate conversations that are both fun and functional. I'm convinced that thought leadership today isn't about producing a whole bunch of mind-blowing ideas on your own. In fact, in the digital age, I don't believe any one of us alone is smarter than all of us together. So today, I want to share with you a quick tip about designing a meaningful conversation with a whole room full of smart people, all of whom are already thought leaders. It's actually the approach I'll be using in Austin. Let me describe it by telling you about a conference I co-hosted in San Francisco a few years ago. About 120 people gathered at San Francisco City Hall for 2 days to explore the future of work and to develop a joint statement that we called a Declaration of Interdependence. But it was the process we used that made the event so memorable. First, we declared the entire conference a PowerPoint-free zone. We did not have a single formal presentation and not even any breakout sessions. Instead, we seated everyone, all 120 of us, around small round tables, 4 people per table. Each table had a vase of flowers in the center, a pile of markers, kind of like these, several pieces of butcher paper, and a bowl of nuts and candies to make it casual and informal. As attendees entered the room, there was soft jazz music playing, and we welcomed everyone to the first World Cafe on the future of work. All we did for 2 entire days was ask everyone to think aloud together and to share their perspectives and insights in response to 4 important questions about the future of work. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But there was a little more to it than that. About 20 minutes after we asked the first question, our host raised his hand and stood in the center of the room and stood silently until the whole room quieted down as more and more people noticed him and honored his nonverbal request for silence. Once everyone was quiet and totally focused on the host, he announced, "Okay, it's time to switch tables. I want one of you to stay at each table where you are so you can be the historian of the ideas you've talked about so far. The other 3 of you get up and move to 3 different tables. Then, once everyone is seated again, continue your conversation about the same question." Then, after another 20 minutes, we did the same thing all over again. Everyone moved on to yet another table and continued the conversation with 3 more new partners. Then, finally, we convened a whole room conversation for another 15 minutes to harvest the big insights that were coming out of those 3 rounds of inquiry and experience sharing. And we followed the same process 4 more times over the 2-day event. The distinctive genius of the World Cafe approach is that it provides participants with multiple opportunities to address the same question in conversations with different people. The simple concept guarantees an enormous amount of diversity in ideas and interests, lots of creative thinking, and high levels of energy and engagement. And it works well for any group of people, no matter what size and whether they know each other in advance or not. I've never seen a group of people so energized and so enthusiastic about an experience at a conference. One gray-haired attendee who'd been going to professional conferences for over 20 years told me he'd never made so many new friends in such a short time. In his words, he said, "I've got about 20 business cards from people I know I can call up anytime, and they'll be happy to pick up our conversation right where we left it off." The World Cafe model stems from a very simple but incredibly profound recognition. When, for example, 100 people of almost any age over 20 convene for a meeting, there's probably well over 1,000 years of experience in the room. What a shame and a lost opportunity it is to confine 99 of those people to listen-only mode and in effect deny that their experiences and ideas have any value. I didn't invent the World Cafe. The Bible is this book written by my good friends Juanita Brown and David Isaacs with help from the Whole World Cafe community. It's called The World Cafe, Shaping Our Futures Through Conversations That Matter. If you care about learning and about creating memorable learning experiences, don't just give a speech at your next event. Lead a World Cafe and give everyone who participates a chance to speak, to listen, and to learn. The World Cafe is one of the coolest tools I know for designing meetings that matter. My book is due to be published in January, and in February at the Winter Meeting, I'll be orchestrating a World Cafe on how to become a thought leader in a world filled with smart, informed people. It's going to be fun, and I'm eager to hear your ideas as well as share my own. I'll see you there. Thanks a lot.